Hello, I'm Cornel Burza, I'm a 6-dan player, and in this video I'm going over a game between denc75 and my former student Fred8, a game played on 3 handicap in the Osaka League, and this time black managed to win on time, but already the position looks quite positive for black. He was about 25-30 points ahead at this stage, but well, the game is still long, so we don't know what would have happened if the game just continues. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive into the game. So, we have a very normal opening so far. Now, this double approach high, it's a little bit risky. I would prefer the low one in this case. So the Joseki will go like this, and the base feels safer for white in the top. Let's see what happened with the double approach high. So we got the same Tsuke crosscut, which is good. Attach, black went down. Black is supposed to capture the stone right away. This is a better shape, and in this case, white will still go into the corner at r17. Now, because black already has a stone at h17, he can think about cutting right away at p17, and when white fights like this with a cut, black just crawls under, ane, and extend. Now, things can be a bit complicated for white. But if black doesn't want to fight right away, it's good enough to approach m17, which again is threatening the cut at p17, and therefore white will just protect o18 or o17. Before white chooses to defend o17, o18, white can also descend, play one Atari, these exchanges are sent for white, and then protect the top against the cut at p17. So this is a pretty normal follow-up. Then black can play a pincer on the left side, c8, c9, something like this to attack white's weakest stone on the board. Or if black wants to play just calm and collected, simply defend the corner, it's an option too. Now let's see the actual game. So black played r16, and this is a move that becomes a bit heavy for black in the local position. So now black still needs, for example, a no-b here, or capture the stone. Descending is an option too. The idea is that black could capture the stone at r14 right away with one move, with this Atari, and going down it takes more effort in the local situation. Yeah, this is a very good move for white. It protects the RG, and locally black still needs to fix the shape in order to prevent being surrounded. So for example, a move like p14 would be proper, p15 it's an option too. White might extend in the top, and then the variation comes to an end. Well, right now white is not going to capture black stones in the corner. I mean, if black plays away and white goes Atari, then connects, black will still capture those stones faster, but black has to invest more stones in order to do that. And the problem is that at some point white can just play Atari here, and this forces black into an empty triangle and a heavy formation. Then white can use this push or approach like this and then extend for a base. So somehow black still feels over concentrated in that area. Well, black got the big point. Yeah, this is simple. I would still go for a pincer like c9, because if white attaches, we have this kind of follow-up where actually white is a little bit on the run and black can extend again for a base. So for losing a few points in the corner, it's worth taking the base on the left side. And now white has to worry about the two stones in the top left corner. Therefore white might play a kick and defend like this. Now black is free to play another big point, such as o3, r6. I prefer o3 because it's the most open area on the bottom, or even another extension in the top at l17 to prevent white developing too nice in that top side. So black plays calm, b4, it's also a big move. White needs to extend for a base here at c9, but yeah, white approaches the top, black responds and then extends on the left side. That's fine too. So far so good. This is a big point. Well, nowadays it's more natural to emphasize on the corners. So if you play a move like o3, even if you don't extend to k4 and white is going to take away the extension, then you play another move like r6, and once you got these two moves in the corner, it's difficult for white to live inside. I mean, if white plays a sun-sun invasion, you either play Kosumi one side or the other, and the Sansan will die unconditionally. Therefore, black can rely on all these points in the corner plus the side points because it's going to grow. So it's more interesting to think about the corners than extend to the side. But the formation looks quite nice on the bottom, so it's this k4 is playable too. Now when white approaches r6, black simply defended o3, but in this case it's possible to play a pincer and then simply block in order to set up a moe on the bottom side. Well, it's nothing wrong to play o3. Black is still way ahead and the position is pretty solid. So we have this Joseki, which is normal. In this position, I would extend on the right at r8, because once black has the extension at k4, there is not so much impact on the bottom stones. So even if white pushes at q6, black doesn't have to worry, and therefore he can extend on the right side and try to attack white's group. So playing a move like r8 secures the base for white. And then black will probably play the shoulder hit here to reduce the left side. Yeah, thing is, black can come all the way to s7, and if white connects, then you extend back to r9, but it's the same thing if you play r9 and then you go for the peep. So yeah, white jumps, black got the peep, that's good. You have to block here, very nice. And then there's another peep at p7, which makes white heavy in the process. It's hard to kill this group, but black can profit attacking it later on. Anyway, black went for the shoulder hit on the left side, which is a very good move to keep things simple. So here white has two ways to respond. One is to block like this on the left side to keep the territory. The other way is to block d9 and try to split black. So if black goes out here, we have this kind of follow-up, and white got a bit stronger in the fight. Therefore, white can think of an invasion here or this tsuke. This contact actually was played in the game. We will get there soon. So this would show a bit more fighting spirit to push like that. Playing the push under, white is just going to grab the points, but black is pretty comfortably ahead, so I would play this way. Now usually black can play the nobi or the one space jump here, in which case white will wedge, and then we still have this kind of situation where white needs to connect underneath, and then black is center. Probably just double up here and secure all the bottom territory. The nobi is also fine. So usually on the nobi, white will play Keima this way, then black jumps out. And of course, black wants to turn like that, but maybe it's a bit early, just go out and then turn. Yeah, so white connects under. In general, we have this kind of push and then Keima on the second line. And now black will cover or jump again in the center. Now for black to play a move like Kosumi, Kosumi Tsuke, to see how white responds, whether nobi, block or hane. It's an interesting probe because on the left side, white is pretty low. So if white just goes straight, then black can push again, threatening hane at c8 and then hane b11. In which case, white either pulls back or hane, then you play another hane, and now the position is quite strong. So at this stage, locally you can jump again in the middle like this or even like this, but it's also okay to play away. For example, play this nobi instead of allowing Atari for white, or jump again from the top, maybe this peep, start an attack on this group, because this will probably grow the center and the bottom side. So this is a more active way for black to defend. Jump, it's simple, yeah, you go out and that's it. Okay, finally this Atari to give black a bad shape. Okay, is very nice, you have to play it. Then the hane should follow at h3. Yeah, this shoulder hit, it's an option too, but there are some options here for white later. For example, you can try this tsuke to see whether black will hane up or down, and I would keep this as a kotre though. I mean, if black plays here, then you have a crosscut. If white takes the stone, Atari and connect, so damage is done. Then If white plays, sorry, black tries to catch this guy, Atari from behind, and you're going to capture S7. Maybe you need it for life. So I would not touch this area right now. But maybe this is actually meant to be a ladder breaker. Because when you play the double hane, the hane, and black captures here, you want to be able to set up this ladder. Yeah, in this case it's good. You want to play this move. My bad. I wasn't paying attention to the ladders. Yeah, usually there are some ladders here, so when black connects, you want to have the ladder to the left. And if black captures a stone, you want to have the ladder to the right. And in this case, just damage the bottom like that. So black connects, very calm. This 2k is a nice move, but the follow-up may be a bit too risky. Normally you just have to play hane, threatening to push through at c4, so black will connect solid, then white can also connect here, and it's still a normal game. I guess here black will come out between the groups like this bit, and then he still needs to take care of this group in the center, probably jump again. So this is a calm game both for black and white, but I have a feeling black still has the first chance to win this game because all his groups are safe and solid and he's just got more territory. So let's see. Yeah, this peep and the cut is just losing points for white. Black defended very properly. That's good in the top, but the follow-up should be a move here because it's threatening cuts. Black might push like this, turn, even hane, or Sumitsuke, and there is still a push and cut in that area, so black might pay attention and defend or keep the eye shape. Yeah, this is extremely cautious to make eyes in the top, in the center, sorry. Yeah, in the top, when white plays this b18 attach, black can simply pull back. Now white still needs to go back at b17, otherwise black will cut the stone, and in order to make eye shape, black can play a tiger mount or an attach like this. When white blocks, black pulls back, white needs to connect against the cutting point, and there's enough space for two eyes. If white cuts, then you come into the center. So black gives up one stone as bait in order to have access to the middle. But the key point for black here, it's actually still f16. This move is not necessarily a d17. It feels like a waste. For example, if you play f16 or you play nothing, when white goes d18, you just allow the connection underneath. It's not such a big deal. And then you come out again. The group is strong enough. And anyway, in order to protect against d18, it's more interesting to play d16 because it also creates cutting points. So you're looking at c15 and then f16. So like this, you make more space for eyes. And if white plays d18 now, you just go hane on the first line and he cannot cut anymore. And even if he goes Atari here and all these moves, in the end, black is safe. So it was just a little bit too cautious to play a move like d17. But I get it, black feels good about his position, so he just doesn't want to die and keeps everything safe. Sometimes a bit too cautious. Yeah, this push shows fighting spirit and is good. I guess white will block and then black cuts, white has to pull back and black keeps the eye shape. Here it gets complicated. If white tries to resist with Atari, then connect, black can push out a couple of times, then Atari here, go down, threatening to catch the two stones. White might play this one, then, in fact, black can push first, then go down, then Atari, and now just connect underneath with a monkey jump. And here in the center, black could push once more time in center, then connect under. Actually, this exchange in the middle should be played earlier because like this, black can kill these stones and connect his groups. So yeah, something like that would probably follow, but it's unfortunate we didn't get to see this fight because white lost connection. But overall, a good game for black. So I heard this is probably the first time black managed to win a game on 3 handicaps. So it's good for morale and I hope many more wins to come, and eventually Dank will also become a dumb player on Fox pretty soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and wish you all the best with the next games.